This week's episode will include some things I hate or dislike. Hate is a pretty strong word. I don't like treating Bell's palsy, getting car stuff done, and going to the gym when I'm not 100%. Hi, I'm Jeffrey, physical therapist, and welcome to Life of a Taiwanese PT living in Houston. This week was another very busy week at work. Out of the entire week, I only had 2 openings, which is like 95% productivity. On average, I would say I get about 5 to 8 openings or cancellations per week. Our clinic, however, does not really track productivity, or at least it's not required. There's not a minimum that we have to hit. But if you have like more than 10 openings a week, then yeah, management will probably come up to you and ask if there's anything that you need to follow up with your patients and see what else needs to be done, because 10 openings, that's just way too many. I had a Bell's palsy treatment this week, and I don't really enjoy treating Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is basically onset of sudden muscle paralysis or weakness on one side of the face, usually. There's just not much intervention that we can do. It's mostly education. That concept can be sometimes a little bit harder for people to grasp. Most people with Bell's palsy want something done right away to make it go away, but that's just not the case. In the acute stage of Bell's palsy, so very early on, there's usually not much return movement to the facial muscles, and if you have zero movement, then you should not be doing too much or trying to doing too much exercise to it, and usually that can backfire. Doing too much in the beginning can lead to synkinesis, which is basically unwanted or involuntary movements with the voluntary movements. For example, when you smile and one eye closes and you're not trying to do that. In my patient's case, he already has some return or facial muscle movement, so I had him start doing some exercises, especially in front of the mirror, for that visual feedback. I'll see him in about a month for a follow-up session. Bell's palsy can last weeks, months, or even over a year. Most people do recover pretty well from it completely, but there's a small percentage, like maybe 20% of people still having some chronic issues. My lunch this week at work was ground turkey, edamame, and egg. It just very neatly separated. Simple and delicious as well, but it felt like everything was kind of mushy together, so I do like a little bit more texture, probably in my food. And the rest of the work week literally just flew by because I was so busy. Then the weekend comes and it goes by even faster. Friday after work, I had my global entry interview before I can officially get approved, and that went by really fast too. I went in there, he asked me maybe like 2 questions. I brought my passport and driver's license, and I was out of there in maybe less than 10 minutes. And the following day, I got an email saying that I was approved and I'll be getting my global entry card in the mail soon. So that's exciting. Friday night, I went out and got drunk. I'm kidding. I stayed home and I built another Lego, and this time it was a plum blossom. Turned out really cool. Saturday, I had scheduled an oil change for my car early in the morning, and I just don't like dealing with car stuff. You usually gotta wait a little bit, or they find something that has to be fixed, so you end up paying a lot more than you had intended. This time actually went pretty smoothly and pretty fast. In the afternoon, I went to the gym with my wife. Usually we don't coordinate our workouts together because our work schedule and everything is different. We got a chance to work out together, but different things. I was working out chest, push day, and she was doing legs. For some reason, both of us didn't want to be there that day, and she was just feeling tired, and I was feeling some kind of allergy attack because I was coughing, and also my eyes were itchy, puffy, and it just didn't feel good. As much as I love the gym, I don't always want to go or feel like going. I don't like working out when I don't feel close to 100% because I don't get to push myself the way I want to, and I feel like the workout is kind of wasted. But I know that's not the case. Showing up and doing something is always better than not showing up. So that night, I went to play pickleball with my friend Henry. We played a bunch of singles first, and then asked the dudes across from the court from us if they wanted to play some doubles. And we got smacked. We played 3 games, lost all 3 games, and we were also tired. Playing doubles is a lot different than playing singles, so I think we just had to get more used to it for sure. Singles is a lot more cardio, and doubles, I feel like it's more strategic. It's about kind of where you are on the court, placement, and also you get to play up closer to the kitchen. So a lot of hand-eye coordination up there. Sunday lunch, we grabbed some wanabao with my in-laws. It's always a solid place for Chinese food and some baos. They have really good soup dumplings, and my wife and I always say it's comparable to Din Tai Fung. I went for a park run Sunday afternoon because I thought I could get a run in. And it was a lot tougher than I thought because I think I was still pretty sore, especially in my dorsiflexors from the night before playing pickleball. So I didn't do a 2.7 mile route from the park. I did 2 miles and I had to stop. And my pace was 11 minutes, 8 seconds, which wasn't bad, but I gotta do better next time. And I think I gotta spread out my cardio sessions for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, and thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up and click here to watch last week's vlog where I also worked very late and it was a long week. My sister and I came to visit, and also I showcased a lot of Vietnamese food.